news update on AFRICUNIA TV, reaching here in the commercial city of Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Deborah Ezeh. Thanks for joining me. Our first stop is Angola. Angola's ex-president Ronaldo dos Santos on Tuesday arrived in the southern African nation from Spain, the first time he has returned home since retiring, the state's press said. Dos Santos left the country in 2019 after handing the reins over to the previous year to President João Lourenço, who has since targeted the former first family in an anti-graft probe. Dos Santos, 79, is accused of appointing relatives and friends to top positions during his 38-year presidency of the oil-rich nation. Critics say corruption was rife during his rule, with wealth amassing in the hands of a select few and billions of dollars allegedly embezzled from the state-owned companies. And we move on to Guinea, where leaders of political parties met on Tuesday with members of the junta that removed President Alpha Condé from power a week ago. The meeting was the first of several that the National Committee for Rally and Development, led by Colonel Mamadi, is expected to have with political activities, civil society and international representatives. The military was expected to face more pressure to set a time frame for new elections after they opened the 4-day series of meetings about the West African nation's future following the coup on September 5th. And moving on, Moroccan authorities have dismantled a cell of Islamic State group affiliated militants and arrested 3 suspects accused of plotting an assassination, Security Service said. The suspect detained in the southern city of Erachida had planned crimes of a terrorist nature against individuals and selected a public servant for imminent assassination. The suspects, aged 21, 27, and 37, has shared digital content of a terrorist nature, such as those documenting suicide attacks and killings using an Arabic acronym. And in Burkina Faso, authorities rescued 374 children between January and March from being trafficked to neighboring countries to work in agriculture or small-scale mines, government figures released yesterday. Last year, 2,318 children were intercepted through checks and buses or through denunciation. According to the ministry, most were under 16 and destined to work in plantations, artisanal mines, or for domestic works in countries neighboring Burkina Faso. In addition, 58 children found by the security forces during various operations were handed over to social services. And we move to Nigeria, where Nigeria is seeing one of its worst cholera outbreaks. Process of approving loans for the current regime by the National Assembly. Buhari is also seeking the nation's legislature approval for grant components of $125 million in the 2018 to 2020 external rolling borrowing plan. These were contained in a letter addressed to both chambers of the National Assembly and read on the floor at the resumption of plenary by the presiding officer Ahmed Lawan and Femi Gbajabiamila, Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives respectively on Tuesday. And away from the African, on the foreign scene, British inflation hit a more than 9-year high last month after the biggest monthly jump in the annual rate in at least 24 years, largely due to a one-off boost reflecting the Eat Out to Help Out scheme that pushed down restaurant meal prices last year. Consumer prices rose by 3.2% in annual terms last month after a 2.0 rise in July, the highest rate since March 2012. The Office for National Statistics said The 1.2% point rise in the annual rate of inflation in the space of a month marked the sharpest increase since detailed records started in 1997. And in more stories, Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry on Tuesday replaced the chief public prosecutor who had been seeking charges against him as a suspect in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, plunging the country into a fresh political crisis. Moïse was shot dead on July 7 when assassins stormed his private residence in the hills above Port-au-Prince. The 53-year-old had been governing by decree for more than a year after Haiti failed to hold legislative and municipal elections amid a political gridlock that faced many calls to step down. His death had left Haiti in an even deeper constitutional and political crisis, as had only a handful of elected officials nationwide. And on the sports scene, the much-awaited Aisha Buhari Invitational Women Football Tournament will kick off today with host Super Falcon of Nigeria taking on Mali's Eagles in the opening match. Also known as Aisha Buhari Cup, the matches of the competition will be played at the newly remodeled Mobolaji Johnson Arena, formerly Onikon Stadium, Lagos. Yesterday, Nigeria and Mali took to the pitch to perfect their strategies ahead of today's game. Among dignitaries at the stadium to watch the team's training section was Lagos State Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, who also took time off to ensure the arena is fit for a championship of this magnitude. And in more sports stories, Bayern Munich beat Barcelona as Robert Lewandowski scored twice as Bayern Munich opened Group E with an impressive 3-0 win in Barcelona. Thomas Muller's deflected efforts put the Germans in front in the 34th minute. Lewandowski then scored for the 18th club game in a row in the 56th minute after the ball came back off the post. And finally, Man Utd lose 2-1 to Young Boys after Jordan Pefok's last-minute goal. Cristiano Ronaldo had opened the scoring for United, but the game changed after Aaron Wan-Bissaka's red card. Ghana says Man Utd will learn from the defeat with 2 home games to come. And this is where we wrap it up on AFRICUNIA TV News Update. For more stories, visit our website on AFRICUNIA.tv. You can also get more by downloading the AFRICUNIA Joint Team Empangram app on your mobile devices on Google Play Store and the Apple Store. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated. Once again, I'm Deborah Ezeh. Bye for now.